Puntahan po muna natin itong recent happenings o kidnappings, particularly of Anson Ke, businessman, and his driver. What do you know of that? Is that related to Pogo, or is there more to this? Or is it election related?
Yeah, too early to say that, ano? Kasi as of now, ang motive talaga is ransom because there were several transactions made even when he was supposed to have been killed already. Meron pa ring transaction. May mga, kasi series at least 20 transactions dinaan sa e-wallet. Yung karamihan, I believe, ang total, at least 200 million pesos.
Parang
in dollars and in pesos.
Napag-uusapan po, hindi po nabigay yung full amount, kaya parang pinatay pa rin?
That. Parang, anyway, the final conclusion will be known. Tapos na inquest proceedings actually, no? Last Saturday. So 2 persons were arrested, 1 surrendered, and then I think 1 or 2 more are being hunted by the police. But they cannot be arrested anymore kasi nga hindi na applicable yung Section 5A ng Rule 113, yung citizen's arrest.
Do you agree with General Marbil saying that this is already case closed?
As far as the police is concerned, yes, case closed. But
so we have the right people in custody?
I think so,
okay.
Because I happened to read the statements because they issued sworn statements. They actually gave their sworn statements to the police, in the presence of their lawyers. This is what I know based on the reports that I read. And yung motive hindi pa masyado established, but the principal motive, primary motive, is actually ransom, kidnap or ransom talaga.
Well, this comes after a young student was also kidnapped from a school, international school in Taguig City, sparking worries amongst the Filipino-Chinese community. Kayo po ay dating head ng Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Task Force noong 1990s to 2000s. Naalala po natin yun, medyo rampant po talaga yung pangingidnap noon. Kahit kami po ay pinatatago, actually hindi kami pinauuwi sa bahay nung panahon na yun. Are you seeing a pattern here? I mean, according to what you're assessing?
Not really. When President Ramos took over as president in 1992, he created yung Presidential Anti-Crime Commission, appointed then Vice President Erap Estrada to head the commission. I headed one of the task forces, yung Task Force Habagat. And then when President Erap won in 1998, tinuloy niya yon. He created the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Task Force. And wala nang masyado noon, but we were able to solve and filed cases, 83 actually, kidnap or ransom cases, and lahat, fortunately, convicted, ended in conviction, affirmed by the Supreme Court, and the suspects nasa Muntinlupa ngayon.
Pero sa
at least yung
po,
sa task force lang.
Wala pong modus operandi kayong nakikita?
Ang modus operandi, yung mode of payment ng ransom, hindi na ito yung parang dead drop, meaning the drop, alis, pipikapin. Ngayon kasi medyo
mabilis na mag-transfer, digital.
Yeah, digital. Online yung transfer at dinadaan sa POGO operation. If not POGO operation, yung junket operation kasi wala ng POGO eh.
So tingin niyo po itong dalawang kaso ay linked talaga to POGOs?
Not really linked to POGO, pero yung manner of, yung mode of payment ng ransom, idinaan talaga through junket operations para makover siguro yung trucks.
What do you mean dinaan po doon? Doon po sa e-wallet po nila?
Sa e-wallet, yeah. Doon dinaan. So, the Anti-Money Laundering Council will play a big role here. And as we speak, I think they're already investigating. They're already trying to find out. Kasi established naman kung kaninong account yung sa junket, kung saan dinaan. And ang casino ngayon, hindi na kasama na sa covered institutions kasi na-amend na yung anti-money laundering.
So they are able to look into these e-wallets? Kaya nilang buksan?
Yes, kaya nilang buksan.
Kasi meron pong isa pong concern din, yung mga ni-raid na mga Pogo Hub, ay meron po mga e-wallet yon na hindi na na-withdraw yung mga pera. So yun po ba ay maaaring tignan din?
Tinitignan na ng AMLC yun. Pero itong sa kay Anson Ke, this is another matter altogether to be investigated. Related nga sa ransom payment. And I think, yun nga, yung money yung AMLC, yung Money Laundering Council, Anti-Money Laundering Council, will really play a big role to really resolve the whole issue. Because as far as I know, hindi pa nakareconcile yung testimony ng one of the suspects arrested at saka yung documentary evidence, which is yung pinuntahan ng ransom payment. So kailan i-reconcile ng police? Otherwise, baka ma-dismiss on technicality.
Well, you called for return of some of the ransom money to the family of the victim to restore the public trust in the PNP. Why have you called for that?
Kasi pag hindi na-recover yung ransom money, may arrested kang suspects. So anong isipin ng family? Anong isipin ng Filipino-Chinese community? Nasaan yung ransom money? Kasi arrested yung mga tao, dapat meron kang recovery. But as I said earlier, hindi naman ito yung physical na pera na ibinigay. Ano? Nung panahon namin, wala pa naman itong mga e-wallet. So, except for one case noon, tatandaan ko na ang payment through an underground bank. No? Yung isang nasolve naming kaso. Taiwanese yung victim. Pero ngayon, sophisticated.
Mas mahirap pong habulin.
Mahahabol.
Dahil mahahabol.
Through the Anti-Money Laundering Council.
Kasi
kung
may
nandyan pa
trace
yan.
na, may financial footprint.
Pero yung iba doon,
digital
nailaro na
footprint.
rin sa casino. So, noong mga ibang suspects. So, hindi na marirecover yung buo kasi based on what I read, again, sa mga report, parang 4 million pesos at least yung natalo sa casino.